The fully fermented tepache is then transferred into a distillation pot. The most common distillation setup is a single copper still, generally requiring 2 distillations. That keeps the flavor as pure as possible. But if you learn anything by now, it is that making mezcal is very complex and there are many variations possible in each step of the way. Another setup is the clay pot distillation, in which the stills are made from clay. These are believed to have been of Filipino influence, but no one knows for sure where they come from. These stills are a lot smaller and therefore take a much longer time to produce a batch. But the clay still imparts a unique taste, sometimes considered earthy and more explosive, with the aroma and taste working together to create an experience that is highly valued. Lastly, there are some regions that have adopted the 1.5 still or refrescadora. This setup is almost like a still within a still, where the alcohol turns to vapor twice in one circulation. This can save firewood and time and produces an exceptionally strong and rich flavor in the final product. Once the mezcal starts to emerge from the still, the mezcalero has to determine when to cut the heads and tails of the distillation. The heads is the first liquid to come out of the still of the immediate distillation of the tepache and can be very acidic with undesirable flavors. Some measure the heads by taking out the first 1 to 2 liters of distillation, others do it by taste and time. Sometimes in clay stills they don't remove it all because their output is so small to begin with. On the flip side, we have the tails, and the tails are always removed because they can contain bad alcohols and minerals. There is immense variation in the cutting of the heads and tails and is a result of family secrets and recipes passed down from generation to generation. While mezcal factories measure alcohol content with a special instrument, true mezcaleros do it by hand, sight, and taste. Once distilled, they agitate the mezcal and observe the bubbles. It may sound crazy, but it's true. Bubbles only appear when the alcohol content is between 45 to 55%, and the mezcaleros can determine the strength by the bubble size and how long they last. The bagasso is then removed from the still and used to fertilize the field, insulate the horno, create bricks and concrete for construction, and now as packaging for maguey melate bottles. The final step is what we hope you're doing right now, and that is tasting and enjoying agave spirits with family and friends. My friends, we can't thank you enough for taking the time to learn about artisanal mezcal. As you have just seen, the constant element of personal choice and variation make this craft less of a production process and more of an art, deep with history, tradition, and deliciousness. We hope this is but the beginning of your journey. Gracias y bienvenidos.